Hey, how's it going? I hope you're doing good. It has been a minute. I have been busy with life and work and getting ready for the holiday/festive season. Being freelance doesn't really afford you loads of time off, but you don't get paid leave, which just pros and cons, I guess. So that's the way it goes. I have been working a lot on Spots, which is my React Native app. Also a new product, because I can't help myself, but it is kind of something that I'm using day in, day out, so I'm justifying that as it makes sense to build. And it's an idea I've had for a while, which I'm going to show a bit later on. Yeah, I've just finished my morning routine, which I'm trying to get into a bit more. I get up, have a shower, get dressed, go downstairs. There's a new coffee shop in my building pretty much, which is cool. And I have a coffee and read for an hour before I do anything, and kind of plan my day, make notes as well, which is I'm finding super helpful. And then I maybe meditate or just sit with my thoughts 5-10 minutes and get ready before jumping into work. It's also nice to get outside before jumping into work as well, because I spend a lot of time at my screen, and although that is my job, it's nice to have a good mix as well. So, but I'm really noticing when I don't do that, if I get up a bit later and don't get into that routine, it kind of throws my whole day off. So I've been really focusing on making sure that I'm up to speed on these things, and kind of just keeping up with myself, really. I think I try not to be too strict, because you got to give yourself some lenience. If you're not feeling great or you need a bit more time, then do it. You're your own boss at the end of the day. No one can make you do things, and I don't think it's always healthy going to what everyone else does for their routines. What works for one person might not work for another person. It's not just cut and paste. So I am currently just finishing up some work this morning, and then I've got to go out. I've got a meeting in a bit, and I've got to go out, run some errands, get more coffee because I'm flagging today, and then I'm going to preview where I'm at with Spots. I've hit a roadblock. It is ready for testing. I'm stopped being precious about it. I'm going to get it out. However, I now can't access a Google developer account. So I have an account, and then I go to enroll in the program, pay the $99 or whatever it is, and it just doesn't work. And I'm now at the behest of Apple developer support. So if anyone knows anyone, please help me, because it just doesn't work. I've tried VPNs, I've tried using the app instead of the browser. Nothing works. So that is where I'm currently at. But it's part of the parcel of what you got to do. So I'm gonna try and get the Android version up to date and on the developer store, and try and just do that as well and test that out. Go through my new app, web application. It's basically for freelancers, because I use a service, I think it's called Wave, for my invoicing, which is good, but that's all it does. What I'm essentially building out is somewhere I can track my time, put that directly into invoices, send invoices, and also project plan and get an overview of all my projects. I used V0 which is Vercel's AI UI kind of generator, and I built the scaffolding in 2 hours, which is kind of crazy that you can do that now, which is great, because then I can go in and add all the functionality, and I'm trying to build it as quickly as possible to stop myself from procrastinating. So now I'm going to go through that, and yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. I'm going to crack on with some work, and then I'll check in later. Okay, so a bit of time has passed since I started the video. I am
just going to go through a quick overview of where Spots is at, and then also go over my new project that I'm starting. I figured out the Apple developer issue, and it was actually because it was still using my UK number, not my Canadian number. They did tell me to check if the correct numbers were set up in my two-factor authentication and everything, and I thought they were, but they weren't, so it was actually my fault. I take back every bad word I said about Apple. I don't think I said anything bad, but you get the gist. So this is where we're at. Super minimal home screen, kind of the point of it. I've been toying with changing this, but I'm going to keep it as it is for now. This is the core functionality of the app, so for me, it should be there. This is obviously the record button, so that's for now recording a piece of audio, save the location, and it's going to transcribe it into the title of the spot. Don't know what it'll do for this, but let's see. And then also I've just updated the UI to change the modal and a few other things. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward and bare bones. I think I've spent quite a bit of time on making sure it just functions at the core level really well. So at the moment these are the spots. I need to work out a better way of this refresh working, because it's not quite downloading the data quick enough, going to Supabase once it's saved. So yeah, not running super optimally at the moment. Obviously this is just a simulator on an Expo Go build, so it's not going to be incredible, but I've now fleshed things out a little bit in terms of making everything flow a little bit better. So we've got the delete button for the collections as well, same for the for spots. I have made it so it just deletes straight away. I did have a modal that pops up, but I didn't really fancy. I just liked the quick delete. I think if you're using that button, you know where it's at. I do need to add an option, but we've got the image, the map, functionality. Down the line, I'm probably going to add in a link to maps and stuff, so you can find the direction straight away. I'm not going to try and do that myself because it's already done. But I have this edit section now, so they're going to edit the tags, the description, the title, and we can save it or cancel it, and that just updates. So yeah, that's where we're at. I've added in account page information, super basic stuff. This is what we're going to get out to test, because the main thing to test is how well the location saving works and the saving of collections and things like that, just to get the core functionality tested before going in and adding in a million different features which we don't need. I want to make sure this works and works well. So that's the quick overview. If you do want to test it, let me know, and we can, once it's on Testflight, I can send people a link to do that. And I'm already developing some more of the features to flush it out. So once we've got that core bit of testing done, we can add some of the sharing features and stuff as well. But I just want to get it out and going now. So that's that. Next thing is this new fun project. As most of you know, if you've watched any of my videos, I am a freelancer. Currently doing more long-term contracts, but I have a few other clients on the side as well. So I use a bit of software called Wave for my invoicing, and it's great. But for a long time, I've wanted a tool that kind of does everything for my freelancing. And at the moment, I'm using, it's probably still in the background, I'm actually just using the core Apple Notes, reminders, calendar and stuff like that, and it actually works really well. And you can see here what Kanban boards and things like that, and you can link it to notes and everything, which works great. But I wanted something that I could invoice from, I can track my time from, it goes directly into those invoices, plan projects, look at my financials, an overview, not the really deep roots of it, but I wanted to try out V0 from Vercel, and made the scaffolding of this site really quick, which was cool, and it allowed me to iterate on it and then just add the functionality in. So what this is, working title is Solo Studio. This is not what I earned last month. I wish it was, but it's just test data. So this gives you an overview, the projects we're working on. Probably not going to have messages in there, but that's just a placeholder. Invoices pending and the amount. And then you can go into your projects, enter a task name, so we'll just say it's just testing functionality, and then we can add the task, and we can also then start tracking the time. And this is something that I find super helpful, to be honest. Once we've done that, we can go and look at the project, and obviously I've not got the database set up yet, but we can see all of the tasks that are in there, and then we can plan the time. So this is going to be a screen for all of the time tracking. Planning, I've got a Kanban board again. As I say, this is currently work in progress, but it works in terms of adding and removing. We can add new columns and remove them as well. We can move them around. And this is again just for quick overview tasks, nothing in detail. And then this is the other section that I want to tie it all in together. So we've got our project, we've got all the details, we've got all the client information. We can track the time, we can do the planning, and then we can create invoices based off of the tasks and the time that we've input. You can add in the invoice items, and we'll just have it so it pulls from the tasks, and you can add the tasks as line items. And then we add the client information as well. So I basically wanted to build something that I can use. I've just created it's a Next.js application. I'm using SQLite for the database at the moment. Which is the first time I've used it, but it's really quite easy. I'm using Prisma and SQLite. Managed to see the database, all this data is from there at the moment. I just need to add in all of the actual functionality to render the data and allow it to be updatable. And we'll have a little command search. This is all ShadCN, so quick to use. I mean, I did the scaffolding and this base functionality in a couple of hours using V0 and ShadCN and things like that. So yeah, that is it at the moment. Again, overview of projects, things like that. Yeah, that's basically it. But this is, I'm going to try and get this out as soon as possible. So again, if anyone wants to test this, I'm guessing it'll appeal more to freelancers, but it might be worth it for other people as well. So down the line, I will update on this as well as spots, and maybe do a video for each, or just pile it into one. But I thought this would be a good little update. It's been a while since I made a video, so yeah. If you're interested, give me a shout. I will keep you updated on it. This has been a really fun project so far, and I just feels good to just be making stuff. So yeah, thanks for checking this out. If you liked the video, drop us a like and subscribe. If you didn't, give it a dislike, drop in a comment, because I love chatting with everyone, and I will catch you next time.